Hello, Photography 2 students. Just a little introduction here to what Photography 2 is all about. First of all, a little bit of the description. It's an advanced course in digital and film single reflex cameras or photography. We do not do film. This is something that we got from the county, but it is all digital. You will also look into and research the history of the photographic medium. You'll learn about technological developments, important innovations in the field, and its significance within diverse cultural frameworks. Also, you'll learn about it in a large context of the art world, not only the art world, but the world in general. An example of this would be wartime photography. Okay. Now, the approval or the prereq is Photography 1, and I think you all had that, so you should be good. Now, the objectives for the class. You're going to identify and become familiar with the various features on the DSLR camera, the digital lens reflex camera. You'll also be familiar or review some of the lighting that you had in Art 1, and you should be prepared to do assignments that work or incorporate lighting. You need to know the importance of effective photographic composition. Hopefully you remember that from Photography 1, but we will review it. And photo editing software to improve the overall appearance of your photographs. We do not have at this time access to Photoshop. You'll be able to do some of the work on your own as far as digital editing. I would advise you to proceed with caution for any type of fancy gizmos or anything like that. Anything that would enhance a composition is acceptable. Anything that is a little bit tacky could detract from your composition, your photographs, and your grade. Now, as far as the objectives, you'll create a process portfolio to be submitted at the conclusion of each semester, so there'll be 2 of those. Advanced techniques of the digital camera. Improve and apply proper composer to a photograph. Learn how to effectively use f-stops and depth of field. They kind of work hand in hand. Shutter speed is also something that you'll explore with your camera. And understanding contemporary photographic aesthetics and applications. And then various themes, and basically what that means is we might have a theme of, I'll give you an example right now, utopia and dystopia will be one of our themes. Now, as far as your supplies, you will need a DSLR camera. We have them here, but unfortunately we can't access them. So that is, or you can't access them because we're kind of in this lockdown. So what you'll need to do is hopefully get your hands on one somewhere. You can either buy one or perhaps you might be able to borrow one from someone. The $25 lab fee, we're going to sit on that for a little bit because I want to feel confident that we're going to be back, and when we do come back, we're going to need to buy some materials like ink for printing and mat board for mounting and other types of materials. Now, additional materials that you may want to purchase are some memory cards for your camera, a card reader if your computer doesn't have one, and then a storage device. You can use your Google Drive, or you might want to go something like an external 500 gigabyte external drive, something like that. The assignments, SMCPS has mandated that all teachers will assign process and product scores. The requirement is a minimum of 12 process and 6 product per marking period. Process assignments basically tie into what is going to happen when you do your product assignment. So what I might do is have you do a mini photo shoot where you submit 10 photographs, and that would be your process, and then your product could be something like a final photo from those 10 or 5 photos from those 10. So it's basically what it says. It's a process. Project portfolios, they exemplify your best work. They're usually 10 photographs at the end of an assignment. And when you submit these and put them into your portfolio, and most of the time this is going to be a digital portfolio. In other words, it's going to be using a presentation software like Google Slides or PowerPoint. You want to keep in mind aesthetics, rule of thirds, color, lighting, and all that other good stuff. Now, late work. We're almost done here. You need to turn your work in on time. If you are absent, you do have a little bit of a window, or if you get in contact with me, I might even give you a little bit of an extension. But if you don't turn it in on time, you will be penalized 10% of your grade. So let's say you turn in this fantastic photograph and you don't turn it in on time. The best you can do on it is probably going to be a B, because I'm going to knock 10 points off the top. Well, I shouldn't say that because we're on a 50-point scale, so it would be 5 points off the top, but it would be equivalent to a letter grade. In the event that you're 2 weeks late, it would be 20%. And I have had this happen, and I would be careful here, guys, because if you turn something in that's 3 or 4 weeks late, it can be the greatest work, the most outstanding work, and it's still only going to be worth 50%. Okay, so really focus hard on getting your work in on time. Now, with all that being said, I hope that's a pretty good and clear understanding of what the course entails, and this is the end.